Becky Lynch, the Irish Lass Kicker. She's straight fire. In case you couldn't tell, I'm a huge fan of her. She, along with other fellow wrestlers, are responsible for making the women's division great again. Becky might be the most interesting one in the division. Her electric charisma, unique look, and great in-ring talent are what make her a must-see attraction every time she's featured. Also, she's very pretty. Though she hasn't been near the title scene since her match of the night performance at WrestleMania along with Charlotte and Sasha Banks, many fans still continue to gravitate towards her, including myself. Becky stands out, with or without the women's title, but there may be some things you didn't know about her. My name is Marv, and here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Becky Lynch. Number 1. She is Punbelievable on social media. Haha, Punbelievable. Get it? No? Sorry. It's no secret Becky Lynch loves cheesy puns, and it is shown on her social media accounts. Good thing there is no punishment for unlimited puns in social media, right? Sorry, I'll stop. The best thing about this isn't even part of Becky's on-screen persona. This is Becky's real-life personality traits, and it's what makes her stand out and a reason she is popular amongst fans. Number 2. She was Paige's manager. Becky and Paige go way back, much longer than WWE. After taking a long hiatus from wrestling in 2006, which I will get to later, she returned to the business, but not as a wrestler. Becky returned to manage someone who would later be very familiar to WWE fans in years to come. Paige, then wrestling with the ring name Brittany Knight, was competing for Shimmer Women Athletes, a Chicago-based independent women's professional wrestling promotion, alongside her mother, Saraya Knight. Becky's goofiness and charisma is what made her so popular as a valet, and she was certainly not overlooked. Number 3. She was an early star of Shimmer. Shimmer Women Athletes is by far the most well-known and prestigious independent women's wrestling promotion. Well-known WWE stars such as Emma, Paige, Natalya, and Bayley have all worked for Shimmer before. Although Becky's time in Shimmer was brief, she was a key part of the promotion that put American women's wrestling back on the map. Number 4. She worked as an actress. If you didn't know, during Becky's time away from wrestling, she went to college and returned to AIM for the college degree she left to pursue a wrestling career. What degree, you may ask? Clowns. Not surprised? I'm not. Her degree served her very well indeed though. She put her degree to use by appearing in a number of plays and working as a stuntwoman on the History Channel's Viking series. This background may be the reason as to why so many people are attracted by her character. Of course, she is an amazing athlete and a great in-ring performer, but it also takes a great personality and character to stand out in WWE. Becky Lynch has all those traits, and that's why so many people love her. Number 5. She's a well-traveled veteran. Becky has been wrestling for a really long time. Her career spans 14 years. She made her professional wrestling debut in 2002 when she was only 15. She was known as Rebecca Knox and held the name until her arrival in NXT. Since then, she started in her native Ireland promotions. She started making a name for herself when she competed for promotions such as France's Queens of Chaos, Germany's German Stampede Wrestling, and numerous British promotions. She eventually made her way across the Atlantic and competed for Canada's Supergirls Wrestling promotion, where she became the first person to hold their top championship and held it for 300 days. Of course, she also became a part of Shimmer. Every time Becky competes, viewers can see her veteran experience in every move she makes. Number 6. Her brother was also a wrestler. Becky Lynch was a huge fan of wrestling when she was a child. Obviously, her brother was a rabid wrestling fan as well. Becky and her brother would stay up late to watch WWE programming, dreaming about one day making it to the big stage. Her brother unfortunately never found the same success she found and hung up his boots in 2006. Maybe it had something to do with his ring name being GONZO the MONDO. Number 7. She was part of one of the most acclaimed women's matches ever. Becky's most notable accomplishments in Shimmer was her series of matches against Daisy Hayes, culminating in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The match was said to be the best exhibition of women's wrestling in American soil in a long time. The match lasted a full 29 minutes and every minute is worth watching. The performance included brawling outside the ring, flying off the top rope, and most importantly, a tremendous display of mat wrestling. It took 11 minutes before either woman touched the ring rope. after the opening bell. Instead, they grappled in the center of the ring, trading submission holds and pinning combinations, showing the world that female workers had the ability to put on a wrestling clinic. Seriously, if you haven't watched the match, see it for yourself. The video quality may be worse than a sack of potatoes, but that doesn't defeat the fact that it is indeed art. Before Becky's long hiatus from wrestling, she competed in a cornerstone contest in the rebirth of modern women's wrestling. Number 8. She says wrestling saved her life. As you know by now, Becky started wrestling when she was 15. However, by her own admission, she said she was going on a bad path before embracing the sport. Wrestling didn't change my life, it saved my life, she said in a 2005 interview by Ladysports.com. She says she was drinking twice, sometimes 3 times a week, and doing things she shouldn't have done. Read the Q&A for yourself, you can tell how much wrestling brought the best influence to Becky. Thankfully, after her arrival at NXT, she regained the initial passion she had for wrestling. Number 9. Finn Balor and Sheamus had a big impact in her career. Becky Lynch and Finn Balor are not only co-workers, they're very close friends. Believe it or not, Finn actually trained Becky to become a wrestler. Fun fact, Becky lied about her age so she can get into Finn Balor's school. While it was Balor who did help her start in the business, it was fellow Irish wrestler Sheamus who convinced Becky to come to WWE. Sheamus, like Balor, was a role model for Becky. He was the first Irish-born WWE champion in history, and his mainstream success opened Becky's eyes to what she could achieve in the business herself. While her love for the business was already well established, Sheamus showed her a clearly defined path to success, one that Becky continues along to this day. Number 10. She almost retired in 2006. That's right, the fiery Irish Lass Kicker almost wasn't when her career almost came to a crushing end in September of 2006. Wrestling against Kisu, an inexperienced Finnish wrestler, she fell victim to a botched move. Becky landed awkwardly on her head, opening a big wound, and inflicting what doctors thought might have been brain damage at the time. Becky suffered vision problems, headaches, and an obnoxious buzzing sound in her ear over the next few months. Her injuries had her questioning her future in the business, and she didn't return for a full 5 years. Luckily, she didn't retire, and we got straight fire in WWE, and that also met her, which was also great. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Huge thanks to WhatCulture.com for the sources. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below. Any support such as liking, sharing, and subscribing is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.